Hi, this is Grover with Blue Collar Code, the quick and dirty. I'm just going over a few of the code challenge websites that I enjoy. First of all, of course, we'll have LeetCode here, which is your source for a lot of the higher end Fortune 500 interview questions. A lot of these are geared towards making sure that your code is efficient and is following Big O. So you want it to be efficient in both memory and how fast the code runs. And so you see here, this is how it's formatted. You'll have a lot of the initial question, question itself, and then you have the examples, and then it gives you constraints. And at times you're going to need to know what these are and why they are important, just so that you can make the code run as fast and efficient as possible. So that's LeetCode. What's kind of cool about LeetCode is I do like how it's formatted, in that you can do it as just a straight list of challenges or list of problems. You can change the difficulty here, and then a lot of the problems here allow you to choose different code types. And so LeetCode is probably the one you've heard before, and I would definitely recommend hitting it up to try to enhance your skills, and definitely going into the solutions will help you figure out things that you need to work on, and it can be a great source of improvements for your own code and the way you think about these problems. So that was LeetCode. The other one that I enjoy is called CodeWars. It's a little bit different in that it has a ranking system where your rank will be expressed as a level. When you get down to 1 is the highest level queue of difficulty, and then I believe it goes all the way to 8 for a very simple problem. You have different practice problems that are similar but also different from LeetCode problems. LeetCode problems are very, I would say, textbook focused. They're not really trying to delve outside of the box too much as far as, trying to make up a story that goes along, or like a word problem that goes along with your problem. They're kind of just focusing on the programming aspect of it, whereas some of the problems here you'll find they're trying to be a bit more clever by giving you a backstory, talking about like magicians or something like that. I would definitely say they're different types of problems. They're still both coding challenges, and they have to do with they have to do with programming, but they're just formatted differently, as you'll see if you dive into it. Just as this, in genetics, two different DNA sequences can code for the same protein, right? And so that's just an entirely different type of problem that I have never seen over at LeetCode. Granted, though, I'm still focused on the easy level of problems. For the harder level, they might get up to and start trying to give you more word problems. And so that was CodeWars, which I would recommend. Then you have HackerRank, which I haven't done too much of, but this is another one of those sites that I've gone through a lot of their problems. They're a bit more incremental in that you can start with Python problems, then you can do basic, say, you want to do the basic data types, and see these are all the ones that I did on data types. And so you can kind of focus what you want to do a little bit more, and the challenges are relatively easy as far as the ones that I've done, but there is more incremental challenges going on here. And they don't have the constraints that I've found that LeetCode does, where they want you to make sure that all of the output of the program, the solutions you're making are fitting into Big O and are taking Big O ramifications into account. They don't really do that as much in HackerRank. And then the last one to go over would be Clash of Code, which I just completed one of these code challenges, but it's basically you can have live coding challenges with others. some of them end up being bots, which is fine. But then you have other people who, you're trying to solve this word problem, and you'll be able to see what other people kind of live were, how they were solving the problem, and in different programming languages. So it gives you a little word problem, and then the challenge could be make your code as short as possible, or make your code, complete the challenge as fast as possible. And so this is CodeInGame. I would definitely recommend this. You'll definitely get some eye-opening experience as far as, how some other people are coding. And then the challenges themselves, the problems are definitely different and more word problem based, situation based than all of the other websites. And what I do like about this is they call them puzzles, and they definitely give you, say, a portion of a game already, and they want you to solve a problem with it. So that's kind of unique, and I would definitely give that a try as well. Again, this is Grover with Blue Collar Codes, just going over 4 of the coding challenge websites that I enjoyed. Join me next time. Thanks.